What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, Jesse J and I are going to do a little salvaging, and we're going to show you guys how to do some salvaging kind of with a partner, with a friend. We're going to show you how to use two ships and just kind of get this done and kind of the path we take to maneuver around. So we're going to jump in this ship. I'm going to get you guys going on a salvage mission and how those salvage missions are and what to expect from them. And we will just kind of talk about some little tricks and stuff as we go along. Okay guys, we're in our cockpit, we're ready to go. The only thing we're really missing is the tractor beam attachment, which I'm going to show you guys how to make. We kind of did that on purpose so we can show you how to make the tool and the attachment if it's going to be needed, if you're out somewhere and you lose your tool or you just forgot and don't have one. We're going to jump into the salvage missions and show you guys around. What we are going to be looking for is a salvage missions that is kind of closer to us. We kind of want to stay away from the ARC area, the Microtech. That's a long trip. We're going to try to stick with a crew area or a her area so that we can not have so much travel time. We're going to try to find something a little bigger. So ARC L2, as you can see in this location, is what we're looking for, the location. That's a little further away. We're going to try to skip that one. Now these contracts do have times and do expire. Like this Caterpillar mission does only have 2 minutes left and it will be replaced by something else. So as you're going through these, if they change, it's something that it's expected. So I see an Argo Mole here at her L2, and this is the one that I think we're going to go for. It's a decent size ship. It'll give us some good valuables, and it could have some cargo on it possibly. So we're going to jump to this mission right here, and I will be back with you as soon as we get to the location. So we have just arrived at our location. As you can see, we have the Argo Mole in front of us, and Jessica has arrived in her Mercury Star Runner. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to salvage. We're going to kind of get the boxes flowing out of the Vulture, and Jessica's going to be in the back moving the boxes from the cargo bay into the Star Runner for selling. That way the person salvaging can always keep going. Now the Star Runner holds 114 SEU, so there's not going to be trips going back and forth. But what you can do is take multiple salvage contracts in the same area. So on the next contract, we could look for another at her L2, jump to it, get that done, and we can take a look at that once this contract is complete and see if that's something we can do. So we are just going to go ahead, we're going to dive into this. We're going to start doing the hull scraping. If you don't know how to do hull scraping, I have another video just on salvaging that I'll link to this to show you how to kind of get going on that. And we will drop in from time to time and throw y'all some video of what we're doing and how we're going about hull scraping this and doing the boxes. Okay guys, I'm down here in the cargo hold of the Vulture. As you can see, got Jess ready to go. She's already picked up her attachment. As you can see, it's in her hand, and I'm going to show you how to do that real fast. So as you're doing the hull scraping and you're filling up the box, and you can see right here on this line right here that's going across, once it gets to a certain point, you'll be able to make an attachment. Now this box is something that's already there, so we need to get that moved if you don't have an attachment to let the other box come out. So what you do is you come down here to the create, and you can see right here it has a true hold tractor beam. Now I already have the Pyro multi-tool, but I did not have the tractor beam because you could not buy that at Port Olisar. So here we go, you just click create, and you can see it took down some of the recycled material that we had scraped off, and it spits out the attachment right here. You can just grab that. You can take it off your hand and take it straight from your hand to your tool, as you can see. Okay guys, just like that, one more salvage contract complete, and a few more boxes, enough to make a little bit of a profit. But on this one, we can load up the guns. As you can see, the turret, and there's 4 guns, pilot controlled guns that the Cutlass has. also it has some missiles, exposed missiles we could take off. Now, right now they're just really not worth that much, so I don't bother with them. It's not worth trying to travel to another station for like 5 or 6K, which is about what you make off those little smaller guns. You're, maybe 1 to 2K each. If you're trying to maximize every bit of profit, it might be the way to go, but it's just not worth the time to travel to get the maximum amount. Alrighty guys, so we got all the cargo transferred over to the MSR ship, and as you can see, it wasn't a whole lot, but we did should make a little bit of profit. We spent a total of 40,000 trying to get the missions. So the missions were 20,000 each, a Cutlass Black and a Mole. And this is all the salvage we were able to scrape from it. It's about 12 SCU of salvage, so yeah, not that great. I mean, if there would have been some like high value cargo on board, but that's just the way salvage is right now. The goal is to try to get to the bigger ships, find bigger ships that are closer. Being we're just kind of trying to walk y'all through this, not too bad. We're gonna go see what the total profit was. Okay guys, we had to make a stop by reclamation and disposal to be able to sell this, and the reason why is, and this is something to remember, if you transfer the cargo from your salvage ship to your friend ship, that cargo in Star Citizen size becomes like stolen. I'm hoping that's something that they're going to fix. I thought it was fixed. I feel like at some point, if you were in the same party, you could sell it at like the TDD terminals, but we just tried twice. It does not work. I was not able to sell it, so we had to come to the reclamation and disposal. You still make a decent profit, just not quite as much maximized as you would if you could sell it at the TDD. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and go into our menu. We're going to click our MSR Mercury Star Runner. Should pop up the cargo here. We're good to go. We're going to select it, and we're going to click the right arrow all the way over to sell all, and the profit is what? Almost about 71,000. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back and sell that real fast. And there we go. Just like that, we made 70,000. So almost 71,000. Now that's just in the salvageable content. Now if we would have made like, we're able to sell like boxes and cargo that was in the cargo holds of these ships, and they do spawn in there sometimes, we would have been able to make a little bit more, maybe an extra 10 to 15K. The guns maybe would have netted us about 5K off of the ships that we had, and it just wasn't worth the time flying to get those things sold, unless it's just something you're making a big run of. Like if you're doing maybe 6 or 7 ships, it would be worth the extra, 10 to 15K you would get from it. But hey, we spent 40,000, we made 70, made a profit of 30. It did not take that long to get that salvage done, and the thing about it is you maximize it by filling up a larger ship like the MSR. Now that MSR holds 114 SEU, and we put 12 boxes in it and made a profit of 30. So you could imagine if we bounced around and did 5, 6, 7 different little cargo missions over the span of a couple of hours, it turns a pretty good profit, especially if you do the larger ships, and you can get the larger ships in the same area, and it just, it's exponential from there what you can do. But guys, that's all we really had for you on this salvage, and this is how you'd go along and play. Now, you can use the same kind of formula to salvage all over the verse. You do not have to do just salvage missions. You can have your friend follow you around in the same ship. You can salvage at the stations, outside the stations, the missions where the AI spawns right now. You have ships that are like piles of ships, 5 or 6 ships. You can salvage those. People who land outside the armistice zones, you can grab that. And it's just something you can do, and over the span of just, like I said, a few hours, you can make quite a bit of profit. So thanks guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around, and as always, I will see you on the next video.